bills to get you whacked. 50 shots up in this Mac. Face shots to make the news. We just step when they relax. Group chats to get you tapped. Foreign head up in my lap. When they pump, we run it back. Tell my youngin' cut no slack. 5 bills to get you whacked. 50 shots up in this Mac. Face shots to make the news. We just step when they relax. Group chats to get you tapped. Foreign head up in my lap. When they pump, we run it back. Tell my youngin' cut no slack. Impact and make it gooey. When I terrorize like Stewie. Gun chest, 10 choppers. Take my chances with this Uzi. Lil' baby, she might lose me. Attitude, my fashion bougie. I'm attentive with this duty. Like my bitch is bad with booty. Hero Deo, get some Louis. True religion, little Gucci. Black and Asian like Karuchi. Teacup, she dress her Poochie. Keep a hammer, count this Moochie. Y'all be tripping off they coochie. DPs, I beat like Boosie. Chopsticks with this sushi. Real hot boy like Tunchi. Blood stains on my blue feet. Navy with my crew meet. Clean up crew be too neat. Pros be moving too deep. All my roads been too steep. Rode them like I'm too deep. Daily like the news week. Money hustle, new streak. See and hate like who he. Solid rock come through me. Legend like I'm Bruce Lee. See these hoes, they group deep. Ruthless from that one street. Roof Chris when I won't steak. Niggas want that update. 5 bills to get you whacked. 50
What's the good old big deal with the good old people? It's your boy Young and Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead, like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm going to bring you mail. What's the good old big deal with the good old people? It's Hot Topics with your boy Young and Hefe, and I'm here to deliver you another one like the other one. The recipient of Hot Topics today is no other than X4. Y'all know we covered X4 yesterday. So in these situations where we cover people and you don't have all the facts and or you may have misspoke on what you heard, sometimes you got to double back and clean up what you spoke on. So, I mean, what I spoke on wasn't too far from the truth, but there was some things left out. There was some inconsistencies, you know what I'm saying, we wasn't sure on, you know what I'm saying? So now, you know what I'm saying, here we are back, you know what I'm saying, with the Hef Effect and to bring you the get down, you know what I'm saying? So first and foremost, this is a 2-for-1. This is a 2-part segment for one, you know what I'm saying? You getting a price of 2 for 1 from the Hef. First, we gonna cover this robbery that X4 went down on. So I don't know if this robbery happened on the day he went down on the 40s Hood Day, but it happened. And I think I will be speaking factual and saying that it didn't happen on 40s Hood Day. That probably was just the day that he was arrested. But all this is alleged because we don't know what this man did. You feel me? It's out there in this social space. You feel me? And, you know, I felt the need to cover it. You know what I'm saying? So this robbery has something to do with a recording studio, him recording, and some other alleged 40 members, you know what I'm saying, getting on some dude, a fiasco happening, his name come up. X4 already got 2 strikes from what he had said in previous interviews in our own podcast shows. So if in fact he do got 2 strikes, they might strike him out. If they don't strike him out, from my understanding, what he's facing, like a deal, like deals are starting at 25. And you know, that 25, that's a life sentence until you finish with it. That 25 piece, when you get hit with the 25 years, I don't care if it's 25 with an L. The 25 to me, that signifies life. If they tell you 25 years, it's like, dang, you know, I know I'm coming home, but that's an elbow. You know what I'm saying? That's an L. That's the starting of an elbow. When you first heard of life, 25 to life, 25 to life, they were just throwing out 25s to life left and right before 50 to life, 40 to life, 100 to life, and all these crazy, not ran consecutive sentences and all this, you know what I'm saying, mumble jumble. But from what is being told and heard is that what he's in jail for carries a lot of time. But it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But you know, being that you arrested, you guilty until proven innocent. So we gonna see if his innocence will be proven, because it was some alleged other dudes who supposedly did it. I don't know if he was in on it or whatever happened. But we about to get into this content, and y'all know it's the Hef way and the Hef effect. We gonna commentate.
Today's video, we're gonna talk about X4 and how he's fighting the 3-strike law. As most of y'all know, X4 was charged with a robbery. Him and 2 other co-defendants. He would be arrested out of Burbank, and it's alleged that he was in the studio recording music. And when the engineer was mixing and mastering his music, him and 2 others would pull out a firearm and rob him at gunpoint. His co-defendants would go by the name of Pierre Lamont O'Bannon and Joshua Mitchell, both out of the rolling 40s. And as you can see, the date of birth, they all some young boys, with X4 being the oldest out of the crew. This would be all 3 of them together, but now we're gonna look into the charges and the court facts and see how X4 is fighting life.
Rapper is under arrest tonight on an armed robbery charge.
2 minutes later, dead homies, nigga. 10 cars of Johnny's, nigga. On the dead homies, nigga. I gotta run and do all type of shit. Hit gates and do all type of weak ass, weird ass shit, bitch. I got 2 strikes, ain't come out wrong, bitch. On the dead homies, do like I gotta do time.
Imposing a life sentence for 3rd strikes of even non-violent crimes.
Now we're gonna break down the case facts and the charges he's fighting. And as you can see right there, the offense date would be March 4th of 2025, and he wouldn't be arrested until April 10th of 2025, a whole month later. And as you can see, as of right now, he's fighting 5 charges. The charges being 2nd-degree robbery, 1 or more serious violent felony convictions, prior serious felony, and 2 different charges of use of a firearm.
There it is there. We got some facts dropped upon us. Y'all see it with y'all eyes, y'all hear it with y'all ears. So it looked like actually, in fact, that he is arrested for robbery that could potentially get him his 3rd strike, because that's a felony offense. It's not a misdemeanor. So, however, shout out to Respectable Rants. You know what I'm saying? Be having good content. That's where I found this at, you know. I go and find a lot of content, you know what I'm saying, whenever he drop it, because, you know, he do his pieces, you know what I'm saying, good. He go divvy off into that information, like, you know what I'm saying, he gets the info, you know what I'm saying. He must got a Pacer account, you know what I'm saying, and some other things, but, you know, he go find date of births, the names, where these people from, you know what I'm saying, so his info is accurate, and, you know, we like dealing in facts, you know what I'm saying, so shout out to Respectable Rants. Y'all should check out his content. But obviously, allegedly, he's supposed to be inside the studio, X4 that is, recording, and while the engineer is mixing, mastering his stuff, allegedly, X4 and some other guys from 40s, whose name was mentioned and said, robbed this dude. Now, I don't even know what to say about this or how to feel about this, because this is stupidity in its highest form. Or however you want to put it. Lowest form. It's stupidity in its highest form. Allegedly. If he did this. You, rapper X4, you go into the studio to record. And while this dude's mixing, mastering your music to sound good, to put out there for you, to run up some numbers and get a bag and get paid, you decide to turn and rob him. Now, I don't know if the engineer was somebody in there, you know what I'm saying, dripped out, you know what I'm saying, had that ice drip on, looking like the snowman, or what the case may be, you know what I'm saying. But that was the wrong move. Like, at least wait him out, wait outside the studio, or, you know, you go to the bathroom and, you know, and had the younger members put the play down. Man, you don't put the play down with them. So just like, you know, allegedly the play was put down, and I guess what he was hoping that the dude didn't call the police, or the dude play a street. Was this dude a street engineer? Like, a lot of these engineers and stuff like that, they don't be street dudes. Some might be of the street or might grew up on the street, but that's why they engineering and mixing, mastering and doing the things they doing, because they didn't want to lead a life of crime. And here you are rapping, notoriety, getting the buzz, and you pull the craziest move. So I don't know if he was already arrested for this and out on ankle monitor. But y'all hear what was being said, you know, the little rant he was going off. Yeah, I had to hit Gates, talking about on ankle monitor, 2 strike, blah, 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 and all the little stuff. But I think it's correct for me to say that this didn't happen. This incident didn't happen on 40 Crip Hood Day. This incident happened some time back. You feel me? It happened another time, and it looked like this is just the day. I guess they chose to come get him, you know what I'm saying? And or put a warrant out for his arrest. Like, man, this is Hood Day. Let's take him in for his Hood Day when he's celebrating. But it don't even look like he was at the Hood Day celebrating, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if he was caught in Burbank as well, but or if the robbery happened in Burbank. But yeah, this is, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get back into the rest of this content.
And now we're going to break down the sentencing of each of those crimes. Starting off with the second-degree robbery. As you can see right here, it says it's punishable up to 5 years in prison. But if you use a firearm, then they add 10 years on top of that 5 years. Which the penal code for them 2 firearm charges would be a gun enhancement, which would add the 10 years. And now we're going to break down the 2 different penal codes that they charged them with for the 3-strike law. We're going to start off with the 1170. As you can see right here, it's referred to as the 3-strike law. But this one mandates increased penalties for certain felony offenders. Specifically, it outlines how sentencing should be handled for individuals with prior serious or violent felonies, with mandatory consecutive sentences for current convictions. And now we're going to break down the 667 one. As you can see right there, this would be a 3-strike law also though. But this one would be a sketchy one. This would be the one that Full Leaf lost trial to and got sentenced all his time. And as you can see right here, it's just an enhancement that applies to individuals convicted of a serious felony with a prior serious felony conviction. It adds a 5-year sentence enhancement for each prior felony conviction. So God forbid if he's guilty, he would receive 25 years in prison. 15 years for the robbery since he used a gun allegedly, and then another 10 years on top of that.
It's an ugly game out here. And one of my sayings, I ain't gonna say favorite, but I cannot stop saying it enough. Everything was just good a week ago. Everything was just good a week ago, man. Things looking good. He recording music at No Jumper, telling Adam 22 in his verse, you know, he want to hit his wife, you know what I'm saying? Everything was just good, you know what I'm saying? Everything was just, you know, looking peaches and cream. Now, it's doo-doo. It's doo-doo, you know what I'm saying? And like I said in the video yesterday, it makes me question motives, like where these dudes' mind at. And he a dude to say he don't do no drugs. So like if he don't do no drugs, like you not under the influence or nothing. So it's like, what are you thinking? Like what's on your mind? You a young dude who been gang banging for a long time, have done jail stint after judge stint from robberies and stuff like that. Get out here, semi having it your way, sing with some of the who's. You feel me? Doing your music. Music got a little buzz. You know, you on here with the jewels, you know what I'm saying? Looking like you dripped and iced out. Go to the studio and record to only allegedly book the engineer at the studio like you was going to get away with that? Second, this is what I always question and say about rappers now today in the game to where it was different, you know what I'm saying, years back or back in the G. You do poverty first. You already been through poverty, you know what I'm saying? You live in poverty stricken, you know what I'm saying? Some of us have struggled. It looked like he has been a part of the struggle, been in them jail cells, you know what I'm saying? Been through them stoops and stuff like that. To only obtain fame, and I know he was getting paid, getting some money. I don't know if it was enough for him, what habits he have, because if you ain't on drugs, like what habits do you really have? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like he say he don't do drugs, you know, you ain't got no lean habits, you ain't got no weed habits. So it's like, where's the money going to? Like you gotta have some type of habit because the little success that he was having, and I'm pretty sure dollars getting put in his pocket, why are you looking to rob an engineer? Or did the little homies just get on that and you like, oh man, I gotta ride with the homies, and you add the bed at the homies? Like, what was the situation? Because if the homies just pushed play like that, they just would have been pushing play. I wouldn't have been a part of that. Not no robbery would have stopped it, but you know, if I just decided that, man, they done went too far and they doing their thing, Hey, man, look, stop. Hey, don't do that. What y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I don't know, man. So it's just like, it's looking ugly. So him catching this case being shady and or janky, or I don't know. I can't say the man shady or janky because we don't know if he got into it with the engineer, what prompted this, or was the engineer playing him and owed him, you know what I'm saying, for Mr. Maxer and, got him out a few dollars or what the case may be. But this situation have led to another situation. So for every action, there's a reaction. Allegedly, they press play. Now the reaction to that is him going to the county jail. And him allegedly refusing a dorm and not wanting the program. I thought that he was maybe refusing where 4Extras and like 4Extras was at in Crip Alley or wherever they got 4Extras house. But obviously, news says different. So let's get into that.
Yeah, which one though? All of them.
Breaking news from the LA County Jail. X4, a former member of the Westside Rolling 40s, was caught in the Hoover dorm. X4 will land in a dorm full of Hoovers, arch rivals of the Rolling 40s. Off the back, like he said in his interviews, he was going to catch 20 fades, but it seems like in there he was ducking the fades. Before X4 can even enter the dorm, he was rejected, and he said he had to get up out of there because he felt like he wasn't safe in that section. And ever since he been having conflict with his neighborhood, well, to be honest with you, since it's out there in the public, he's been having conflict with his neighborhood for the past year and some months. They've been not recognizing him as a Rolling 40 due to the fact. So if we're going to put this out there, let's put this out there. The crime that he committed back then, a lot of people think he was there for trying to unalive a Hoover. That's not the case. The case is that he got his ass whooped by a Hoover, and in the midst of that, his neighbor had a pistol, allegedly. Foe allegedly was trying to get and retrieve and get the firearm from his neighbor. In the midst of that, the firearm went off, and then that's when the neighbor was hit, allegedly, and that's what caused the alleged rumor to go around saying that X4 allegedly tried to unalive some Hoovers. And it wasn't my place to speak on it, but since he's not from Rolling 40s, from what my peers have told me, I can go ahead and speak on it, man. You just ruined your motherfucking life. You got all these tattoos on your face. I heard you can squat, I heard you can fight, but nigga, against 100 niggas and you got them Hoovers they on you, them niggas gonna groove with you. They gonna groove with you. Now that you're not from 40s no more, they are gonna groove with you. You gonna have to take a lot of phase. You gonna have to be doing a lot of unalivings for the rest of your life. Now, X4 been from his neighborhood since he was about 11, 12 years old, and now, after rolling it up, he's officially no longer a part of the Rolling 40s, man. No longer a trophy. You're not even a certificate no more. It's all bad, man. But look, y'all leave y'all thoughts and opinions in the comments section. But until next time, it's your boy Dreamin' Foreign.
It's all bad. Everything was just good a week ago. So, there y'all have it there from somebody else from neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? This ain't coming from the gangster. It's coming from the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? So, another neighborhood in Dream Farm, y'all had 600 speak on it. 600 dropped it first. Tapped in with the 40s. X4's a mark. He's a buster. You know what I'm saying? He's not from neighborhood no more. This and that happened. I tapped in with them. They said it was good. So now here I am forwarding this information. Now you got Dream Farm behind him second-handing some more information. And he's saying he tapped in with some of his peers. So I would think them peers are other members from neighborhood 40s that he had tapped in with and told him that, boop, boop, it's all bad. Now, again, this is a big neighborhood. So we don't know if the hood has come to a collective decision, if this is coming from the park side, or is this some dudes that wasn't fans of X4 and X4 was already beefing with and had problems with, that was just like, that nigga Mark, he dookie, he boo-boo, he not from the set. He didn't go in that Hoover dorm. Now we know, besides X4, from every gang, it's still people around who marked out in that county jail and who did Marky J type behavior type stuff. And some of these dudes is more trophied up than X4. Now, I've been seeing a lot of people talking about picking and choosing and stuff like that. And the picking and choosing shit is true. Be a lot of picking and choosing. And it's not my business to speak on 40 business as far as the political aspect and what they doing with X4, because that's their gang and what they choose to do. That's on them. I'm talking about the whole objective and perspective of gang banging, period. You know what I'm saying? What I've been through, what I've seen, what I've heard. Picking and choosing shit is real. I've seen a lot of people do Marky J stuff, and you know they still around and they still from them hoods. You know what I'm saying? Based on who they was and previous accolades, and you know what I'm saying, actions they have enacted for that community. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I want to ask, do y'all think this behavior is warranted? I'm just asking. I'm not going to do it. Like, it is what it is. If I happen to hit a dorm that I don't belong at, am I going to pull that? No. Whatever's going to come of it, it's going to come. We always going to try to control the situation in order to hide. But if we can't, hey, just blow up and drown. Like, whatever it's going to be. But I'm not going to never go in there talking about all. And I ain't trying to go back up in there. We ain't trying to see that. But I'm just saying, I'm not going to ever go in there like, hey, I'm a celebrity figure. Hey, I do YouTube and I rap it. Don't send me in there with them. Send me over here. Like, huh? That's just crazy. If this has happened. If this so in fact happened. But everybody coming out, that seems exactly what would have happened. The 40s ain't really came out and got on camera. It's really been 60s speaking. The 40s ain't came out and got on camera. It seemed like that they taking a high road of 4 extras and choosing not hopping on camera to speak on a fact. And like I said, it could be a split decision. Everybody might not feel the same. And it might not even be Parkside members from the side of the 40s he's from, although the glove gang is the glove gang, like the third gang is the third gang. You know, you got different sides, but we don't know if that's how the park feel, you know what I'm saying? That can be, you know what I'm saying, members from the dark, members from the Avs, you know what I'm saying, or whatever other sides they have, you know what I'm saying, speaking on the matter, like, you know what I'm saying, like, nah, he ain't from the set, he did this, did that. But, however, I don't know. I just know what's being said and what's going on. And we had to commentate. With that being said, we're going to conclude this there. It's your boy, Young and Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that bell, it'll bring you mail.
Buddy, with your hood whacked down on him?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, county jail. Hell yeah. Halls, camp, prison. You gonna run into going in and out of jail or whatever you're doing, gangbanging period. If you like, you involved, you gonna see that type of shit. Yeah, homies. It just how you react to it. That's what matter. How you react to it. Like, oh, cause you got the hood whacked out, and then you just wake up to seeing that every day and like don't do nothing to them. Then that's you. They're homies. When they got the hood whacked out, it's like, what? They're homies. Need that. They're homies. Off the dribble, off the back. Need that. I'm going in there. I don't care if all 15 got the hood whacked out. I'm finna run all 15 of them off the back. Off the back, I need all 15 of them. You got the old whack, you got the glove whack, you got the F whack, you got this whack, that whack, that whack. I need all 15. All of them. Anybody who got the set whacked. One time I ran 20.